Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. My name is Syahara Ulfa Ramadhani. I'm from PGMIPA U class and today I would like to present my video entitled with The Effect of Difference in Light Intensity on the Growth and Development of Red Bean Plants. Okay then, what will we discuss? Let's check it out. Firstly, I will talk about the introduction of this research. Indonesia is located in a tropical climate which is rich in biodiversity. Balanced rainfall makes Indonesian soil fertile so that various plants can grow well. Indonesia is one of the countries in the world that has high biodiversity. This is because Indonesia has various types of forests which differ according to the geographical conditions of each region. Indonesia's forests are also rich in biodiversity. Tropical forest ecosystems provide important environmental service for climate control and soil and water conservation. Tropical forest ecosystems also play an important role for carbon storage both at regional and global levels. Red beans are a type of legume that originates from South Mexico, South America, and the mainland of China. The red bean plant began to be cultivated in Indonesia starting in 1954. Another name for red beans is Jogo beans. As the name implies, red beans have a red color on the skin and there are white spots. Red beans have a larger size than green beans, peanuts, and even soybeans. Growth is a process of increasing size which is quantitative and irreversible or cannot return to its origin. Development is a process towards maturity. The growth occurs in a plant is in the meristematic area or growth point, which is the part that contains meristem tissue. Growth in plants is inseparable from the factors that influence both internal and external factors. Internal factors are factors that originate from the plant body itself. Internal factors that affect plant growth include genetics and hormones or enzymes. External factors are factors that come from outside the plant body, namely from the environment. These external factors include nutrients, light, water, temperature, oxygen, and humidity. Wow, we will discuss a lot this time. What do you think, friends? Curious, right? Okay, stay tuned, friends. Okay, now let's move on the methodology. According to Nazir 2003, the experimental method is a method that is carried out by manipulating the object of research and the presence of control. Then, how was the growth and development process of red beans? The process of growth and development of red beans based on the observations made. It has shown that there are differences in growth and development in plants exposed to light and those that are not exposed to light or dark. This suggests that light affects the growth and development of kidney beans. Growth in red bean plants occurs in three stages, namely germination, primary growth, and secondary growth. First is germination. A germination seed denotes the onset of life, which is marked by the discharge of an ovary or radicals from the seed coat. Second is primary growth. Primary growth is growth that depends on the location of the meristem. Meristems are located at the root tips and shoots, producing cells from plants to grow elongated. The last is secondary growth. This growth will cause enlargement of the size and diameter of the plant due to cambium activity. The process of plant growth is greatly influenced by the environment. The The environment is an external factor that greatly disturbs plant growth if environmental conditions are not in accordance with the nature of plant growth. These environmental conditions include sunlight intensity, temperature and air pressure, and the presence of microorganisms that disturb plants. According to Adi Sarwanto, 1999, treatment by growing green beans and red beans with different light intensities will affect the morphological properties of plants. The morphology of green bean and red bean plants grown in dark clays is that the stems are not sturdy because the diameter of the stems is smaller so that the plants fall easily. According to silviculture, light affects the direction of root growth and leaf expansion or noddling, leaves trying to get more light for photosynthesis. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the result of this research. As you see, this is a table of the results of research on the growth and development of kidney beans that I have done in a period of a week. And this is a table of research for kidney beans that are placed in a bright place. You can see, the first table is a table of the growth of kidney beans, and the second table is a table of development results of kidney beans. Here, it is clear, the first day of kidney beans is still as usual. There is no growth whatsoever. Second day, roots began to penetrate the ground, and as a plumula began to appear. Third day, roots began to stick into the soil. Hypocotyl upwards, and the color of the seeds light green. Fourth day, the roots stick firmly to the ground. The leaves appear open green, and green stems are strong. Fifth day, the leaves were all open and pointed toward the sun. Sixth day, the leaves are thicker and have a fresh green color, fresh plants and sturdy stems. And the last day, fresh plants and sturdy stems. From this table, we can conclude that red bean seeds that are exposed to direct sunlight or bright have slower growth, white and thick leaves, green, erect stems, and sturdy. Next, as you see, this is a research table for kidney beans in the dark place. You can see, the first table is a table of the growth of kidney beans, and the second table is a table of development results of kidney beans. Here, it is clear the first day of kidney beans is still as usual. There is no growth whatsoever. Second day, roots began to penetrate the ground and as a plumula began to appear. Third day, roots began to penetrate the ground. Hypocotyl upwards, and the color of the seeds is light yellow, and there is also a pink. Fourth day, the roots stick firmly into the ground. The leaves appear but have yellowish buds and pale white stems. Fifth day, the leaves are still closed. The stems are weak and pale and grow spreading. Sixth day, the yellow leaves remain buds. The stems are getting paler and weaker. And the last day, the plant being pale. From this table, we can conclude that red bean seeds that are not exposed to sunlight or dark have higher growth or etiolation and have thin, pale leaves and do not have strong curved stems. This happens because light slows or inhibits the action of the auxin hormone in increased growth or primary growth. From the many explanations that I have given, various questions arise. Does the difference in light intensity affect the growth and development of a plant? How does light affect the growth and development of red bean plants? Now, I will tell you about the effect of light intensity on growth and development kidney beans. Light will inhibit stem growth so that the part of the stem that is not exposed to light becomes longer. Light also affects the xylem growth, thus influencing development of the stem. Light affects the growth of every organ and the whole plant. darkness affects the outer shape of the plant and the rate at which it extends. Plants that are placed in a dark place will grow faster than those placed in a place exposed to light. However, plants become pale due to lack of chlorophyll, thin, and leaves do not develop. Such plants are called etiolated. In the absence of light, auxin stimulates the elongation of cells so that they grow longer. Conversely, a lot of auxin light is damaged so that plant growth is inhibited. Light causes auxin's shred is dispersed to the dark side. The elongated growth rate in plants is immediately reduced so that the stems are shorter, but the plants are more sturdy, fully developed leaves and green. Besides having an effect in plant growth, light is needed in the photosynthesis process. Plants that are not exposed to light cannot form chlorophyll so that the leaves turn pale. However, if the light intensity is too high, the chlorophyll will break down. Lastly, the conclusion that can be drawn from this discussion are: red beans are a type of legume and belong to the Fabaceae or Leguminosa family. Growth in kidney beans occurs in three stages, namely germination, primary growth, and secondary growth. Growth in plants is inseparable from the factors that influence both internal and external factors. One of the external factors that greatly affect the growth and development of a plant is sunlight. Light is needed by a plant to carry out photosynthesis. The difference in intensity certainly affects plant growth. Plants that are placed in a dark place will grow faster than those placed in a place exposed to light. However, plants become pale due to lack of chlorophyll, thin, and leaves do not develop. Wow, it doesn't feel like the discussion is over. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments column, okay? Well, that's it from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.